Top news in just a minute. You're now listening to Dr. Orville Taylor talk with substance on Hotline. Radio Jamaica, active for the good of our nation.
Active for the good of our nation. You're listening to Hotline on Radio Jamaica 94 FM. Let me go to the phone lines again.
Oh, you know.
Mostly good.
we have to work on that last 10%.
No, you know what? 10% are like small businesses, right?
Yes.
So, how the new chair? Well, you were acting in it for a little while, right?
Yes. 3 months. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let me just say, by the way, just in case people don't know who we are talking to, Harold Davis, acting CEO of the JBDC, a man who has been there for many, many, many years, but it's long time I know him. I know him from when I was a student. Yeah, man. Just to tell you, proud of the work that you're doing.
Yeah, man.
Really proud of the work that you're doing as an entity and you as an individual too.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Earlier on, we spoke with the minister in another forum about the roadshow, etc.
Yes.
Right, and a critical part of that is what you have been doing.
Absolutely.
So share with us today. We don't have a whole heap of time about some of the things relating to the JBDC, the roadshow, etc., etc.
Yeah. So the roadshow is a series that has been championed and presented by the ministry and its agencies, all of its agencies, to really provide the support, as the minister would have articulated, information for the MSMEs and support, and to make them aware of what's happening with the agencies and what kind of support they can glean. So, you know, MSMEs are our babies. This is our lifeblood, and this is what they are about. So obviously, we would have been central to the presentation of the ministry's MSME roadshow. So as usual, we have a significant presence there. We will be actually hosting a couple things. One, we'll be hosting what is called a tech corner, because you know that we are in the middle of implementing an EU-funded project called Digital Jamaica. Yeah, and Digital Jamaica has an ambitious target of looking at upskilling 2,700 MSMEs by 2026. And we have started that journey with a major successful summit earlier. Still don't get to the realization of being a new year in Orville. Last year in September, we would have started that journey by having a major summit, which was very successful. And since then, we have been doing trainings that have been broken down on the continuum of digital transformation, from digitization to digitalization to digital transformation. And we have trained so far over 100 MSMEs, and really the response has really been very, very positive. Very, very positive. Persons are hungry. Persons recognize that without them transforming their business into a digital entity, they are going to be missing out on some serious possibilities, serious opportunities, and certainly opportunities in the international space. Of course, you can't do business these days without being in the digital space and being competent and capable. So JBDC will be highlighting a tech corner that will present a number of solutions, a number of businesses that have solutions for MSMEs, from AI to HR to financial solutions, all founded on digital solutions for MSMEs. Things that, you know, I'm saying, plug and play, things that you can do tomorrow type of thing. You know, so practical solutions that will be presented in that tech corner.
Just a second. I want to rewind a little bit to something that you said about a minute or so ago about your targets. You're talking about, you say you want to incorporate about 2,700 and something, right? MSMEs, right?
Yes.
It might seem like an ambitious target, but I do know that you have the capability of doing it, bearing in mind the way in which we have seen digital transformation take place in our lifetime. So, those of us who finished university in the 80s, right? right? Good? First degree in the 80s.
Yes.
Wouldn't even recognize the world as it is now. Because when you got masters, you never have there was no internet. Right. Good. So
I'm years out of school then.
Right.
I mean, I'm trying to still profile.
You're still
30-year-old.
No, you're all right, but you're the well same way too. Right. Okay. So Harold, looking at all of these things, bro. And I'm looking at even like the way in which things have transformed from 2000, the beginning of the 2000, all the way down to now. It is certainly something that is not a far-fetched target. You know, it is something that is well within our capability. It's for people to actually step forward and look on the body of work carried out by the JBDC in particular, right, and see that it is the way to go.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, we say ambitious because it sounds like a big number, and we're up to the task, as you mentioned. Still, I mean, you know, we're definitely shooting for it. But what I want to encourage our MSMEs, as you are alluding to, is to come on board, come on the wagon, come on the train. You know what I mean? Because yes, we have had some enthusiasm. Persons are saying, "Yeah, man, this is something that I want to do." But still, we have to be encouraging persons to come to the sessions, come to the training sessions, and so on. You know, soon we're going to have them online that persons can access in their own time. But we would think, though, that, I mean, the utilization level for digital technologies is relatively low amongst our MSMEs. I mean, when we did a survey in early last year, it was 34% of persons that regularly utilize digital technologies in their business and know how to leverage it, you know what I mean, really utilize. And then of that 34%, most persons were social media.
Yes.
You know, so really the utilization of the transformational angst from technology aren't being utilized by our MSMEs in the main. You know, I mean, we might be familiar, you and I might be familiar with businesses that are in the know and, you know, many, but that's a bubble in terms of the overall utilization of digital technologies. So one of the things that we want to push at this roadshow, again, is for MSMEs to come on board, to that this is the train that will carry you to internationalization. This is a train that will carry you to a higher level of efficiency and effectiveness and certainly viability for your business. Is a real thing we're talking about. Real thing. You know what I mean? And it's no. You know the pace of technology. 4 years ago, persons weren't talking about ChatGPT as they are now.
Yes.
No, it's everything. You know what I mean? So the pace of technology in the last 10 years, the pace of innovation has been the highest it has ever been in our life.
Yes,
in our lifetime and before.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So things moving faster. If you not jump on, there's something will left you. You know, and in no time, you'll realize that your market is shrinking. Your relationships are dwindling and so on. And very soon, you will be on that. If you're not on the train, you will be left behind. That's the truth. So we're pushing it in a big way. We have our tech corner, but we also have a knowledge sharing session that we're leading as well, where again we're sharing practical tips with our MSMEs for digital transformation. Everything from how it is that you set up a proper now e-commerce site, and when are you ready to set up an e-commerce site?
Yeah. So
because go ahead.
Yeah. So you, of course, as usual, have platforms and persons and mechanisms whereby you can assist.
Yes, man.
Yeah,
man. We'll be listen. JBDC, generally speaking, as you know, we are about moving entrepreneurs from point A to point B, where B is ultimately viability, sustainability, internationalization. So we have all those tools in our toolkit here, and our team here is very equipped along that business development continuum, of which digital transformation is a critical pillar for it. So yes, if you come to JBDC, you will be guided along your path towards sustainable success, viability, internationalization. That's what our story is. And a critical part of that, like I said before, is the digital transformation part. So yes, you come into any JBDC office, island-wide or at Camp Road or IRC, wherever. Just come in. The best way to come in is by our website. You can access that anytime, and there's an online onboarding instrument that you just fill out, and persons will be in touch with you shortly thereafter for further guidance.
Yes.
So it's something that we do. So we're pushing that on the roadshow. I mean, we want entrepreneurs to come out to the roadshow because you know what is true, Abel. If you don't know, you don't know. You know, as simple as that sounds. Many times you don't know that there are services available from government and other agencies that will help you to move your business. That problem that you think you alone have and you sleep on it and you wake up and with the same problem, there are solutions out there that can be provided and are being provided by agencies. Many of them will be on the roadshow alongside JBDC next week.
You know, earlier on we were speaking with the minister and the CEO of the COJ.
Company's office, yes.
Yeah. So me like me do acronyms here, right? And I remember speaking about it when it was just inaugurated, the one-stop shop.
Yes.
Yeah. And you participate in that one-stop shop thing too, as well, right? Where, and this is part of what is going to happen at the MSME Business Roadshow. Right?
Yes. Is that glorious opportunity?
So you turn up there, you have an idea, or you have a half-baked idea, and you want an oven to bake the idea a little bit better. You have a business that is partially registered, or it's registered, etc. You have all of those entities there. And
absolutely. Not only the oven, the kitchen. We have a bigger kitchen that can provide you with tools and equipment that you probably don't have to make sure that the dough is kneaded right so that it come out right to begin with before you even reach in the oven. You know what I mean? We help you to think through that idea to make sure that that idea makes sense and is the best version of the idea, and that when you're starting up, there's a concept that we always talk about, called this lean startup. So it means that you don't invest every life saving and so on and so on in the startup process. You start up lean and you test and validate as you go along.
Yes.
Such that if if it is that the idea needs tweaking, you wouldn't have invested the whole world into the idea. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's why I say that even the oven, because sometimes you're not ready for bake yet.
There you go. You need a corner shop as well. All
Absolutely.
Right. So the roadshow on January 16th at Twickenham Park. It's multi-agency, but within the ministry.
Yes.
One has to register before one attends, right?
Yes. You go to the website roadshow.mic.gov.jm.
Yes.
To register. Simple process.
Yeah.
You just want, registration. Persons sometimes think it's a bother. It's not.
And no money involved?
No.
All right, got you. All right.
It's free.
Have to leave you at this time, Harold Davis. The drop of the acting. CEO of the JBDC, speaking it into being. All right.